And now, from Stage 21 at Universal Studios at Universal Orlando Resort.
Welcome, wrestling fans, and welcome back. This is XWF Wrestling here live on the Nation Network, and what a night we've got in store for you. Kicking things off, it'll be the Headbangers in tag team action, but my goodness.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 488 pounds, Mosh and Thrasher, the
Tonight is going to be a history-making night here for the XWF. No two ways about that, huh?
Well, I'll tell you something right now. I've been looking forward to this for over a week now. Tonight, we will be finding out from our general manager, Theodore R. Long, who the special guest referee is going to be for the upcoming title match between the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and his stablemate, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
Cannot wait to find out about that one. It's going to be exciting, no doubt about it. Let's talk about some of the action we're going to see tonight. Kicking things off, the Natural Disasters going up against the Headbangers. That's going to be one.
Combined weight of 852 pounds. Case and the Natural Disasters.
Yeah, the Natural Disasters are going to be something to deal with here tonight for the likes of Mosh and Thrasher, but we'll see what happens here. Two totally different styles. I'm going to put my money on the Natural Disasters, but at the same time, there's some weird thing that makes me think it could go the other way, even though I find it highly unlikely.
Amongst other matches tonight, we've got a massive main event, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, we saw the Macho Man Randy Savage come out and attack Mr. Perfect. Can't get his hands on Rick Rude for what happened to Miss Elizabeth a couple of weeks ago.
Well, Rude's been suspended indefinitely. He's not back yet. And the Macho Man's not wasting time. He's going after the Heenan family. And tonight, it's going to be a tag team matchup.
To the ropes, back out front. Double shot to the midsection, nicely done. And look at this, getting the big man up and takes him down.
Face first suplex, nicely done, but it did take both Mosh and Thrasher to make that happen.
That's going to have to rely, I believe, on that double teaming.
Yeah, that's the only chance they've got, because individually, one-on-one, neither of these two dudes can stand up to either Hurricane or Typhoon, I beg your pardon, and Earthquake. There's no way. They give up way too much size. But if they can keep them in their corner, if they can meet frequent tags and utilize the 5 count, then they have a fighter's chance. But I don't see any other way besides that.
Thrasher with a clothesline, and oh my goodness, all the way to the floor. Earthquake jumping right back up. Thrasher from the top rope with a clothesline.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I have to say I'm impressed. They're coming out fighting this thing as if they've got a chance to win it, and half the battle is believing that you can.
Oh, I definitely believe that they believe. Now the question is, can they get the Natural Disasters to believe?
Earthquake now stomping away here ringside on Thrasher.
Better pay attention to the referee's count. This one might end on a count out if they don't get back in the ring very quickly. Hold on. Thrasher breaking free. Can he beat the count? It's a double count out. Both teams are counted out on this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to get a winner.
Well, that's a little disappointing.
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, with more action in just a moment. Stay with us. This is the XWF.
Hi, it's me, Antonio Banderas. When I use my Bosch fridge, it makes me feel different. He makes me feel like Antonio Banderas.
Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools, I feel like the Macho Man Randy Savage. You dig it?
I do dig it, Randy.
Whip-bang!
Powerful power tools.
Phenomenal appliances.
Rotary hammers.
Dishwashers.
My sauce.
Induction cooktops.
Randy!
Coming. Impact drivers.
Refrigerators.
Watch this. Elbow. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
All right, fans, we are back here live. Soundstage 21, Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida. This is the XWF. And here comes the general manager, Theodore Arlong.
Well, this is the announcement we've all been waiting for. I know I've been waiting for it. Can't wait to see who it's going to be.
Later tonight, our main event, ladies and gentlemen, is going to put the Nature Boy Ric Flair in a tag team match with his eventual opponent, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Tonight, they're going to be tag team partners.
Well, they are both part of the Heenan family, so that would stand to reason. The fact that they've got to face each other for the world title down the road is a little disappointing, to say the least.
They'll be going up against the reuniting Mega Powers as the Macho Man Randy Savage calls upon the services of Hulk Hogan.
Never one to miss an opportunity for a spotlight, is he?
Looking forward to hearing what exactly our general manager has to say. Well, we won't have to wait much longer.
Well, maybe, maybe not.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome here to the XWF. As many of you probably know, we were recently invited to join the IWF on July the 6th. Now, on July the 6th, we will indeed participate in a four-man elimination match as part of Star Spangled Slammer event. Now, last week I made mention that we've got a big World Championship title match to deal with. Champion, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, and now the number one man from the same clan, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I said last week that I want to make sure we have a clear winner in this, and we're going to have a clear winner in this. And I feel the best way to do that is to have a special guest referee. Somebody who is up to the task, somebody who knows this game, somebody who has put his time inside this squared circle, and most importantly, someone who I know will call it down the middle.
Wait a minute.
And that man is...
Oh, look at it. Bobby the Brain Heenan coming out.
I've got a sneaky suspicion here. Wait a minute. Wasn't Teddy Long a referee at one point in time?
Why, yes, he was.
You don't think. Not only do I think Bobby the Brain Heenan thinks. He can't do that.
Well, he is a qualified official. He would call it down the middle.
How do you know that? He's got no love for the Heenan family.
All right, hold the phone here, brother. I see exactly where you're going with this, and I'm not going to put up with this. You're going to be the one refereeing the match, right? Because you used to be a referee, and you think you're going to referee this match, but no, it's not going to happen because that is a conflict of interest. I've already consulted attorneys, and if you try to move forward with it, then I can promise you this, you're going to have a lawsuit that is going to bury you. Now, Bobby, I appreciate the fact that you believe I'd be able to handle this match, and I do believe I'd make a fine official. But to your point, it would indeed be a conflict of interest, so I am not going to referee the match between the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect for the XWF Heavyweight Championship of the World. Hold on a minute, pal. So if you're not going to be the one who's refereeing the match, who you got?
Yeah, who?
Well, as I said, I gave it a lot of thought, and the one man who I truly believe is the right man for the job, the man who I believe will get the job done and give us a fair outcome, is you. Bobby the Brain Heenan, you will be the referee on July 6th.
You've got to be kidding.
What? I'm not going to be the referee. Are you out of your mind? Yes, sir, you will be the referee, or else you will be suspended indefinitely. Holla, holla, holla.
He can't do that.
Bobby the Brain Heenan to be the guest referee. Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you? All right, fans, we are back, and what a bombshell announcement by Theodore R. Long. Bobby the Brain Heenan, the leader of the Heenan family, going to referee the match between Kurt Hennig and the Nature Boy Ric Flair for the world title.
Weighing in at 198 pounds, Todd Cherry.
This is an absolute travesty. How can you put that man in that position? He's the leader of the faction, and now you want him to sit up there and be the referee who's going to decide the championship? That's not right. That's not fair. Well, it may not seem like it is, but think about it. Who would call it better than the man who is equally invested between the two men? Has no equal or has no clear favorite that I'm aware of. Yeah, I just think the whole situation stinks, and I believe it's an abuse of power on the part of Teddy Long. If I were Bobby the Brain Heenan, I'd keep that attorney nearby and see if he doesn't have a case.
You don't want none.
And his opponent from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 232 pounds, AJ
As we take a look at the man who refers to himself as the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles, getting ready to get in the ring with Tajiri, two of the top cruiserweights here in the XWF. What a blockbuster announcement. We're going to see Heenan along with both Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect tonight in the main event. That's going to be awkward.
You know what? That's definitely going to be something, isn't it?
Want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network for XWF Wrestling. Bombshell announcement made just moments ago.
Want to take a moment to shout out to the folks out there watching us. Andrew Roberts in the house. Juan Cordero's here. Hot Shits in the house. DHW, he's a busy man, but he's made time to be here tonight.
Also, Prime Time in the house along with Tom Watts Collection. Welcome aboard, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Bell sounds, and we are underway. Tajiri getting the early advantage in this one. We'll see how long that lasts. AJ Styles, got caught with that flying side kick there by Tajiri. Nice move right now. Tajiri locking on the head scissor. Neck breaker perfectly executed right there by AJ Styles. Springboard comes off with a moonsault.
AJ Styles has been a little bit different since he lost the XWF Cruiserweight Championship.
How do you mean?
Oh, I've just seen a mean streak in him. I've seen a little bit more of a nasty side to him. He's not the pleasant, happy-go-lucky guy because all of a sudden he's not the champion anymore. But that'll happen sometimes. Sometimes you have to get that little bit of an edge in order to realize what your true potential is. And I think perhaps he's just started to scratch that itch.
Well, I don't really notice anything different about Mr. Styles. His talent is always spoke loudest of all. And he is still showing it right here tonight.
You don't think he's showing it in a little bit more of an aggressive manner than in the past? I definitely feel that way.
Well, perhaps it's early in the match. And again, to your point, having lost that title, that is a bitter pill to have to swallow. Winding up that arm now, and Tajiri really going to work. AJ trying to fight out of this armbar. Tajiri winds it up again, and nice move right there. Takes him down. Into the turnbuckle he goes. Follows him in with a big elbow. Tajiri's driving the ship here right now. And frustration setting in by Mr. Styles.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Did you not notice that? When was the last time you saw him get up all frustrated like that? He's not the same guy, I'm telling you. I like this version of AJ Styles. I hope he keeps to it.
Off the top rope, but man, he just clobbered him.
That's what I'm talking about.
I feel these two men have always shown whenever they get in there. He took out the referee.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
That was an accident.
Oh, sure. That was an accident, but Rick Rude deliberately clotheslined Miss Elizabeth, right?
Referee was just in the wrong place.
Yeah, well, that could be the case, but I don't believe it is.
Styles now pulling Tajiri back out. Referee just starting to get back up. And he's going to allow the match to continue. He could have called for a disqualification. Styles goes outside the ring with Tajiri here ringside. Going to work on that arm, and now Tajiri fighting back into the steps here at ringside. What is Tajiri doing here? Standing moonsault. Wow.
I swear I heard bones break on that one.
Well, referee's count continuing. Let's make sure these gentlemen keep aware. We don't want another count out. We had a double count out in our opening contest.
Yeah, talk about kissing your sister.
What are you talking about, my sister?
Well, not your sister. I've seen her.
Beg your pardon.
She's got the family bald spot.
AJ taking his time getting back in, but he beats the count just barely. Oh, Tajiri with a brain buster. That's got to be it.
Yeah, you're not going to get up from that one. I don't care who you are.
He does. AJ Styles got the shoulder up off the canvas somehow.
Tajiri really hammering away on this guy right now, and he's in the driver's seat. He knows it. Now he's got to finish it up, and that's the biggest thing right there.
What in the world just happened?
That's one of those once-in-a-lifetime moves. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Jerry on the arm and now from the middle rope with a splash. And he is waiting for AJ Styles to get back up to his feet. Has him up again. Another brainbuster. That's twice. Hooks the leg, and that might be all she wrote. Big victory for Tajiri, who gets the win.
Yeah, how do you think AJ's going to feel about that, huh?
Well, undoubtedly, he will not be happy with that. Not at all.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time because everything I'm seeing from this guy says he's getting very frustrated. I don't see how this doesn't add to the problem.
Here we see the referee was disabled for a part of this match.
Disabled? That's one way of putting it. The other way would be that AJ knocked him out.
Series of high-risk moves by Tajiri, all paying off and leading him to the victory here tonight. Wow, that brainbuster devastating.
Here is your winner, Todd Cherry.
Big victory for that man, ladies and gentlemen. Still more to come, including our big main event, the Heenan family going up against the Mega Powers. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. In what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do with real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
Back once again, ladies and gentlemen, with more XWF wrestling action. This promises to be a memorable matchup. To my knowledge, first time meeting between these two men.
Making his way to the ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
As we take a look at the native of Stone Mountain, Georgia, Jake the Snake Roberts. We remind everyone, take a moment to like the video, share it out with your friends, subscribe, and make sure you're hitting the bell notification so you know when we go live.
Well, Jake the Snake Roberts has been in the ring with the biggest names in the business, but to your point, I don't recall a time where he ever went one-on-one with his opponent here tonight. And for me, this could easily be the main event.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 276 pounds, Big Papa Scott Steiner.
The genetic freak, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, the man who recently dispatched his very own brother. Now, if he'll do that to his own brother, what do you think he's going to do to Jake the Snake Roberts?
Indeed, since the turn in the attitude of Scott Steiner, the creation of this Big Papa Pump, he has been a totally different man.
Yeah, I'd say a much better one.
Once again, welcome everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network for the XWF1L in the house along with William Perkins. Thank you for joining us.
Genetic freak indeed. You know what? I might have to bring back the Jesse the Body Award. It's been a while.
Oh, no doubt he would definitely be a top contender for that, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of guys, but I mean, he would definitely be probably the favorite right now.
Bell sounds, action's underway. Oh, man! Scott Steiner just ran through Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah, not for anything. Jake Roberts is not a small man by any stretch of the imagination. Over 6'6". Good 260 pounds. I mean, the guy, he's legit. And Steiner just ran him over like he was a marshmallow.
Well, Roberts now resorting to, of all things, professional wrestling. Top wrist lock, and he's hanging on to that. Back heel trip, nicely done by Jake Roberts.
Well, you don't normally associate wrestling holds in Jake Roberts so much. He's more of a brawler. But we all know that when it comes to finishers, there's nothing quite as lethal, in my opinion, as that DDT.
Roberts trying to make up his mind now as he's got Steiner down on the mat. From a size, strength measure, I would have to say that Scott Steiner is going to have an advantage. Would you agree?
Well, from a strength advantage, sure, I'll give him that. When it comes to size, then Jake Roberts has the advantage. In height, he's got a reach advantage. And again, he likes to brawl, so he's a guy who'll throw punches and stuff, and that's where that reach advantage will definitely come in use.
Going for the cover on Steiner following that clothesline on the bottom rope. Pulled out a 1 count, but that's it for now. And Roberts hammering away with some right hands. Big Papa Pump going outside the ring. Roberts on the top rope. He better watch himself. Went down with that forearm, but missed the target. Now Scott Steiner trying to take advantage of that miss. Oh, what a move right there.
Overhead belly to belly, and I'll tell you, he made that look easy. The more I think about it, the more I probably will bring the Jesse the Body Award back. I mean, look at this guy. He truly is what he says he is. He's a genetic freak.
Unloading with some heavy artillery now. Has him up. Electric chair drop. And now it's Roberts. Big knee lift. Down he goes.
Yeah, but he set the big knee lift up perfectly with a bunch of jabs. And just like I said, he was. He went to the punches and the fists of fury, and that's what he needs to do. That's where he has a big advantage. Play to your strengths, avoid your weaknesses.
Oh, I thought you were going to claim something else for a moment there.
Well, the rest says itself, and both of these men are more than capable of going to that point. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Dropping the elbow here ringside on Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh, Frankensteiner on the floor. Roberts struggles to get back up, and Steiner going to help him now.
Once again, that referee's count is starting to get up into the higher digits. They've got to pay attention.
Both men will indeed beat the count back in. Scott Steiner thinks he might have done enough damage with that Frankensteiner on the floor, and he almost got him.
Yeah, I think if he were to put him right back in the ring immediately, we would have a winner right here, right now.
Roberts stomping away, and now, wait a minute. Is he calling for it? I thought perhaps he was going to go for the DDT. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. The two men collide. Nobody gaining the advantage. Clothesline by Roberts. Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner is down. in trouble. Roberts with the elbow. Nobody home.
You know, we had another patch update recently, and yet the referee still parks his fat ass right in front of the hard camera.
Big Papa Pump inviting Roberts to get back up. Double axe handle to the head, and Jake Roberts down. Right now it is all Big Papa Pump. He's setting up for that big elbow. Drops it right into the chest. Will that be enough? Roberts' shoulders are down. Referee counts 2, and Roberts got the shoulder off.
Getting closer every time. Step by step, inch by inch, he is getting there. Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner looking to overcome that height and reach an advantage.
Steiner watching on from the opposite corner as Roberts pulls himself back up. Steiner line into the corner. This one might be over. Oh, no, we know what this is going to be. He has him up. Steiner driver, it's all over.
Yeah, that's got to be the end. Roberts ain't kicking out of that one.
Indeed, he is not. That is one of the most devastating maneuvers in professional wrestling. So dangerous. We're taking a look back at some of the action from earlier on in the match, ladies and gentlemen. Both men had opportunities to put it away. Look at that beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Big Papa Pump made this a very physical match, taking it out to the floor. There's a Frankensteiner here ringside. That was enough right there, almost to put the match away, as we see right here. Roberts just barely kicking out ahead of the 3 count.
Yeah, that big Steiner line right there in the corner, there's nowhere to go. Normally you could at least go down and take some of the oomph off of it, but in that case, nope.
And here's that Steiner driver. I still believe that move should be outlawed. It is so dangerous. And you can see Roberts is out.
Here is your winner, Big
Now I wonder if Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner is going to go and get the snake and put it on Jake Roberts.
I highly doubt it.
Why not? He does it to everybody when he wins. Let him have it done to him.
Big win for that man, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, it's the main event, the Mega Powers against the Heenan family.
There's only one man who can tell the world all that goes on in pro wrestling.
I'm Captain Lou, and I'm talking to you about the world of pro wrestling. Call me. I'm telling you, this number's for you. Mom, you raised a great son.
There'll be no more calls for you, Lou. My boys and I are taking you in. Get it.
I got a right to make one phone call, and so do you.
Lou Albano's Wrestling Hotline, available until further notice or a hearing. Call now, $1.50 for the first minute, 35 cents each additional minute.
All right, fans, we are back ready for not just the main event, but a very special main event.
Well, this could be a little awkward here tonight.
Match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 503 pounds, Rick Flash and Mr. Perfect.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair, Mr. Perfect. Tonight they are tag team. They are members of the Heenan family. Bobby the Brain Heenan is in the corner. And now we know, July 6th, these two men will go head-to-head for that championship right there with Bobby the Brain Heenan as the guest referee.
I still think Bobby Heenan needs to get a hold of Morgan and get some attention on this. They shouldn't be able to force him into that position. He's a manager. He's not a referee.
And this place has come to life, ladies and gentlemen. Hulk Hogan has arrived.
Venice Beach, California,
Yeah, Chump Hogan is here. Congratulations. Everybody's got to sit here and watch the Spotlight Hog do what he does best.
Hulk Hogan heading to the ring. Since returning, has restored a lot of law and order here in the XWF.
He has.
Hulk Hogan and his Immortals, the Road Warriors, joining him. Definitely left an impression of the IWF.
Well, the IWF, I'll say one thing about that. They try hard, but in my opinion, they're nowhere near the same caliber as the talent here in the XWF. They put up a good fight, but it wasn't quite good enough. The idea that they're going to invite us to go back out and do this again, I don't care if we're here on Soundstage 21, 23. We could be on Daytona in the ocean. It won't make a difference.
An incredibly eventful night so far, ladies and gentlemen. Will it continue?
Well, it will, because history is going to be made in this one. I still wonder how Perfect and Flair are going to get along with all the drama that's building up now, with Flair having that #1 title match.
And from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage, notable by the absence of Miss Elizabeth. And we all know what happened there.
Well, what happened there was an accident. I've said that before. I'll stick to it. I believe that.
It may have been. It was 2 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen, that ravishing Rick Rude was wrestling one-on-one with the Macho Man. Outside the ring, things spilled out. Went for a clothesline. The Macho Man ducked it out, and Rude took out Miss Elizabeth, who is still recovering.
Well, he can't get his hands on Rick Rude, but he says, I'll take on the Heenan family, and these are the two he got.
Well, we got a little look at what it might look like. There's a big scoop and a slam, and now Hogan going after the man who took the title from him several months ago. Here's a tag made, the Mega Powers. A special one-night reunion.
Well, I'll say this much right now. The Mega Powers probably have their best chance of doing well in a tag team match because Elizabeth isn't there to be the distraction.
How do you figure?
Well, because the Macho Man can never trust Hogan when Elizabeth's around. He's got lust in his eyes for her.
Absolutely not. Jawbreaker by the Macho Man, and Perfect going down. Tag is made. Here comes Hogan, and thus far the Mega Powers looking really good together.
Well, I think the key words there were thus far. There's still plenty of match to be had.
Perfect with a shoulder breaker on Hogan. Fans, we're being told that there is going to be a special announcement made following this match.
Well, that's funny. I didn't have anything on my sheet.
Well, this is the main event of the evening, but... And somehow a kendo stick showed up in the match. I wonder how that got there.
Bobby Heenan put it there. That's how it got there, but nobody used it.
Flair in the ring now against Hogan. These two men know each other very well. Long history between them.
Well, the same can be said between Flair and the Macho Man Randy Savage as well.
From the top rope, Hogan sending the Macho Man flying on top of the Nature Boy. I've got to tell you, the Mega Power's looking like $1 million here tonight. Knee lift right upside the head. Bobby the Brain Heenan back up on the apron, and again going after that turnbuckle. He has exposed that steel ring. Referee goes right away to replace it. The Nature Boy Ric Flair in the meantime fighting his way out of the grasp of the Macho Man. Savage now with a shot down at the border. Drop down. Leapfrog by the Macho Man. Hip toss, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair goes over.
Mr. Perfect right there reaching for it, tag, but I tell you right now, that was a pretty short arm tag in my opinion.
Oh, don't try to stir things up.
I'm just saying he didn't look like he was trying to get him out of there in any particular hurry. Hey, if I was Perfect, I'd leave him in there too. Let him get beat up and brutalized. Maybe he won't be at 100% come July 6th.
Hot on the heels of America's birthday. The Star Spangled Slammer will be taking place between the IWF and the XWF. Double team, Irish whip back out front, shoulder blocks, and Hogan paying the price this time. The champion has him up. Nice suplex right there by Mr. Perfect. Hogan right back up now, sends him to the ropes, back out front, drop down by Hogan. Hip toss takes him over. Referee again having to deal with that turnbuckle pad. He might want to eject Bobby the Brain Heenan from ringside.
Well, you know what? Bobby the Brain Heenan right now is not his normal self. I mean, the bombshell that got dropped on him earlier tonight.
Shoulder block by the Macho Man. And takes Perfect off the apron. Hogan sending Perfect back in, and the Macho Man right on top of him. Going for the cover. If you're Bobby the Brain Heenan right now, you have got your entire world on fire. You've got Ravishing Rick Rude suspended indefinitely. You've got your top two single stars getting ready to battle for the World Heavyweight Championship. And you, as Bobby the Brain Heenan, are going to have to officiate the match.
Yeah, not a good time to be Bobby the Brain, I'll tell you right now, and I still think a lot of this is unfair. And if I were him, I would definitely be seeking legal consultation on this, legal representation. For me, this is a clear-cut abuse of power on the part of Teddy Long.
DDT right there by Perfect, and that got the attention of the Macho Man. Double team coming up again. Flair and Perfect working pretty well together, all things considered. Flair has got that rear chin lock.
Yeah, that was on pretty sloppily, though, man. That looked like a Gunther sleeper hold.
To the ropes, back out front, hip toss by the Nature Boy. 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. Goes for the cover. They're only going to get the one count. Flair sends him into the turnbuckle. Tag is made. Here we go. Shoulder block. Flair and Perfect looking like they're working pretty well together. And now Perfect dropping the strap.
Yeah, that's normally the first sign that Perfect's getting ready to put one away.
Snapping the neck of the Macho Man Randy Savage. Going for the cover. Now Hogan there to make the save.
Well, leave it to Chump Hogan to have to get involved in the match. He's not the legal man, but that won't stop him, will it?
Perfect flex. Referee's in position. There's one. There's two. Oh, man, I can't believe it.
2 3/4 count, almost got it. But almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, as I always say.
Rolls him back in under the bottom rope, and now Perfect barking something at the Macho Man Randy Savage. He's very close to the corner. Could have made the tag to Hogan, perhaps.
Well, for that matter, Hogan could have reached over and made the tag to the Macho Man. Maybe he doesn't want to.
Big knee lift, and the Macho Man has been busted open. He's in trouble. There's a tag made.
Well, fortunately for him, that knee lift sent him crashing but right into his own teammate.
Perfect not wasting a moment. Drops Hogan head first into the turnbuckle. There's two. And Hogan able to kick out. Right now, the Heenan family looking pretty good. There's a boot to the midsection by the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Scoop up. Running power slam by Flair and taking Hogan down. Hogan weighing in at 310 pounds. And now Flair going after the leg of Hulk Hogan. Figure 4 leg lock is on.
Hogan's going to have to turn this over right away, otherwise he might have permanent damage.
Macho Man Randy Savage there to break it up. But Hogan not looking too good right now.
How much damage was done to that knee? Hogan's knees are not at 100%, just normally speaking. You put that figure 4 leg lock on there. Look at this.
Nature Boy Ric Flair trying to pin him with just a foot on him.
Not only that, but he almost got away with it.
The XWF World Champion driving the knees into the head of Hulk Hogan. And now has a sleeper hold locked in there. He's cranking back. Oh, look at Hogan. Hogan fighting his way back out of this. Perfect flex. Hogan reversing with a small package roll up. 1, 2, and reversed by Perfect. There's no one there to make a save for it. Perfect gets the win.
Not only the win, but he got a pinfall over Chump Hogan.
That is a major victory right there for the Heenan family, and in particular for the heavyweight champion. As we take a look back, ladies and gentlemen, at some of the action that we saw here tonight. What a victory. Bobby the Brain Heenan is going to be happy about this one.
Well, it might be the one thing that makes him feel better after how the night started out. But I still believe that there's going to be some hell to play once he figures out what's going on around here. I don't think it's going to be as simple as all that.
Snapmare takes him down, and now Mr. Perfect. What kind of a statement does it send that Perfect got a pinfall on Hulk Hogan heading into his match with the Nature Boy Ric Flair?
Well, at the end of the day, only one person can score a pinfall, but the team got the win. So I don't know that Perfect's going to have a major advantage over Flair because he scored the pin on Chump Hogan. Look at this. Flair almost got it with 1 foot. But what I do think is it may bolster the confidence of the champion even that much further.
Here are your winners, Ric Flash and Mr. Perfect.
Everyone seems happy right now. What will happen on July 6th, I want to know. Fan special announcement. Stick around. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
The 80s called. They want their store back.
It's time for a new Radio Shack. Come see what's possible when we do things together.
All right, fans, we are back, and I was told, what is this? You've got to be kidding me. Well, I'll say this much right now. Somebody's got a brass set. That's Eddie Mansfield, the owner of the IWF, and he's here in the XWF on Soundstage 21. Well, I'll give him credit for having guts. I don't know about brains. He's not a man who's well-liked in this place, I'll tell you right now. It was his people that came out here and attacked ours, left them lay it on the ground outside the back lot here. Hurricane, Bam Bam Bigelow, AJ Styles, then did it to him again the night of the pay-per-view. Indeed, Universal Assault led to the return of Hogan and the Immortals.
So this is the XWF. I'm not here to take up a lot of time. As everybody knows, I made an invitation very recently to Teddy Long to come out and join us on July 6th as part of the Star Spangled Slammer event. But then I started thinking to myself, that's almost a month away. Why we want to wait so long? Now, I'm not going to lie. When I look at the XWF and I see that locker room in the back, I know how many people are here, and I know that they have got true legends of the wrestling business here. And while my men may not be the household names today that some of these men are, they will be. Because what they are is a bunch of renegades. And they will do anything they need to do to rise to the top, baby. And pound for pound, they will give everybody in that locker room the fight of their life. So here's my new invitation. July 6th, that still stands. 4-on-4 elimination. But I'm thinking in 2 weeks' time to give you some time to put something together here. Why don't you join us over on Soundstage 23 for Rise of the Renegades.
Rise of the Renegades. Oh, hold the phone. Bam Bam Bigelow, one of the men who was laid out several months ago at the hands of the IWF faithful. Well, I said it before and I'll say it again. He's not a very well-liked man, Eddie Mansfield, here on Soundstage 21. So the fact that he's got to go face-to-face right now with the Beast.
Let me tell you something right now, Mansfield. You got a lot of guts showing up here, but you're not too bright.
I
In case
agree.
you don't know, you're not welcome here. Listen, big man, I am not here for a fight. I'm here to extend an invitation. Consider it an olive branch, if you will. You want to come out? You want to settle some scores? 2 weeks from tonight, Rise, you can be part of it. I'm not worried about your Rise of the Renegades, and I don't need to wait 2 weeks. I've said it plenty of times in the past, and I'll say it again now. When you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. I don't need to wait 2 weeks. I'm getting my retribution right now.
Oh, Bam Bam Bigelow unloading on Eddie Mansfield. Yeah, what I know about Mansfield is he was a wrestler at one point in time, but now he's retired. He is just running the IWF. Bam Bam Bigelow putting the squash on him early on. Fans, we're running out of time here. But another challenge has been made by the IWF. I guess that loss has just been too bitter a pill for them to swallow. Will the XWF be showing up at Rise of the Renegades in 2 weeks' time? I don't know yet. We will get more information to you next week. But in the meantime, Bam Bam Bigelow with a powerbomb on Mansfield.
Eddie Mansfield right now taking a beating at the hands of Bam Bam Bigelow, and things are only going from bad to worse.
Bigelow has him up. Oh, this is it. Greetings from Asbury Park. He's done. Fans, so are we. Time is up. We got to run. We'll see you next week for more action here on the Nation Network. So long, everyone.